One thing that makes me a little bit wary about walking around here in various places is that locally there are lots of famous, well-known politicians around. I mean, in the area local to me, Jacob Rees-Mogg is the one who stands at the moment. My next door neighbour, literally my next door neighbour, used to be James Gray. And where that house, the road that the people in that house enter from, that road down there, that has someone who used to be connected with the Northern Ireland. I can't remember his name. And they basically have a police watch, police guard down there. And not only do they have a police guard, but there are cameras in the side of the road, as a friend found out one day. So let's go back in here. Too bright out there for me. I know I've got sunglasses on, but I didn't drop them down, did I? There you go, Saji in action. I've got this brain, but I don't use it sometimes. But some people did say they like the longer walks, so I tend to talk a lot. If you want, what I'm planning to do is I am planning to also upload some ones where I don't talk at all, so you can have a nice balance there. But I mean, only because I did record them for another channel, and I thought, well, you know what, people are starting to enjoy them here, so I may as well do them for here. So that's quite a few. Then I can use the other channel for something else. I mean, if you're interested with what's there already, it's called Woodland Temple. I haven't got enough to have my own URL yet, so, but you know, if you're subscribed to it, thank you. I try and put something on. I may just put some little tree ones on and stuff, you know, just make them slightly different, but I haven't really thought too much about it yet. Anyway, I'm wittering on. Now this is where the track comes down, and we avoided the track. That goes down round the corner and then meets up with the steps where we crossed it. So I'm gonna head up this way, because we haven't got far to go really, just down that little gorge there. So let's go for an explore, because that actually happened. I did that a lot quicker than I was expecting. So what I'll do is I'll find, oh look, the phallus tree. Tree of Phallustein. Can you see them? At the bottom there. Just to illustrate my point about them deer, look at the buttress roots of this. I say buttress roots, I mean the buttress, look. See, they've had chomps out. That's not a machine. That will have been deer. And the reason I say it's not a machine is there's nothing in there that's been that new. See, that's fresh. Or at least this year. And that's what they do. And eventually, if they go round the whole tree, then the tree will die, because it needs just a little layer underneath the bark to send all the nutrients up, and then it will survive. But if it hasn't got that, then it will die. Yeah, it's true. It's called the cambium. So that's why you can often see a tree with, you know, that much all leant over and still surviving. It's the kind of principle they use for hedge laying. And these are nice little tracks, aren't they? That one looks great. I'm torn. I've got a touch of the Natalie Imbruglias. I'm going to go this way and have a look. I'm going to look for a place to have a coffee. I'm going to look for a place to have a cup of coffee. Now, if you're not sure about a wood, it's a great idea to just check the floor. Keep an eye out for the brightness of shotgun cartridges. Red, orangey, brown and blue. I think you can get some green ones as well. They're not so easy to spot. The reason I just said that is because I just seen a building over there. And this is obviously cleared. And there's piles of stuff. But it's lost its beauty this way, so I'm going to turn around. Something finds it tasty. Okay, so I'm going to have a look down this one now. It's crazy. The sound of traffic and the sound of birds is funny as well. Did you hear that? Wow, that just made me breathless. Look at that. Wow. Anyone know what that is? That's a lime. It's not a small leaf lime, it's a large leaf lime, but look at that. Wow. That's funny, I had got quieter. Look at that. This is an old bit. Look how big this one is. That's also a lime. Oh my, wow, now that is really interesting. I don't know if you can feel this. I mean, you may be feeling it by my voice because I've gone quieter, but look at this. There's another one. But the energy here, it's so peaceful and calm. It's like all that traffic and the planes, they're over there, miles away. Wow. Just beautiful. Really lovely feel. It's a wren. Tried to shoot one in that other place. Look at that. Wow. This really feels like a privilege. This time I brought coffee. Three limes. 3 limes on a shirt. Sorry, couldn't resist. 3 limes on a wood. 3 limes in a wood. No, it doesn't work, does it? See how hard it is getting titles. Honestly, some things write themselves and other things just take ages. You'll probably find that yourselves. I started to find, because I suddenly found one day that I could actually sing and write songs and play the guitar better than I ever thought, because of a little trick that my son told me to do. So thanks for that. And then I started writing songs and playing, and I found that during the recording process that things would happen that I didn't do and would be perfect, almost like they were writing themselves and recording themselves, and I wasn't doing it. I'm searching for, because there's another lime over there. I've just seen it. No, what? See, it's really interesting that I could feel this from quite a way back, and it felt reverent. Because it's not often you find them this big in, you know, in a wood that haven't been planted in a line. You find plenty of avenues. But I also noticed that same thing where write themselves, like making my videos. Sometimes they just do it themselves and I don't even try. You know, because quite a lot of things that I do, video wise, I don't try to do, they just happen. But I think that's because I'm in my flow. I'm actually doing something that I love. I love doing this. I love coming to the woods. I love showing it to the people who want to watch it. Because there's nothing better than someone else who loves nature like I do. Especially if you can't get out in it. I can't imagine what that feels like. And I hope I never do. Because that's how that's how I view it. So the fact that you can even watch my videos is, I just find that incredible, because I don't know that I could. So if I can pass on whatever, you know, then thank you so much. I'm glad I can do that. I'm getting all a little bit emotional, because this is, you know, it is special. And so when I come out and I do this, things happen. I mean, they do anyway. They've always happened, even when I don't film them. And I have little magical things happening, like finding these limes is the magical bit. Even though we've had some other things that have been interesting and nice. But I do find that that's what happens. Some videos take hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. and then others just flow so easily. It's incredible. Just like, you know, number ones take 5 minutes to write. You know, Paranoid took 5 minutes. She Loves You probably took 5 minutes. I mean, I'm using She Loves You, but I didn't even know if that's number one. But you know what I mean? It's like the thing you throw out really quickly. Everyone goes, oh yeah, love it, love it, love it, because there's something, that spark comes through. You know, that's why you have a block. So the creative process is like a real high and low, as anyone who creates will know. And even life is like that. Anyway, enough of me philosophizing. They're all limes too, and that's where I started feeling the peace. So this is a whole area of limes. Well, I better go and say hello to them all, haven't we? Wow. See, when they've got the space to grow, they can spread. There was a rowan tree actually, I forgot to, it was poking out above some of the higher foliage. Oh, and another little baby, baby, oh, are they? No, that is. Oh yeah, it is, the whole area, it's all limes. Wow. And before we go back on ourselves, let's just take a little look along here. Oh, it's nice to have that many. About 10, isn't there? Oh, and there's another one. Oh, and another. No. Is it? No, that's a hazel. Wow. The whole area, no wonder I felt it. It's really interesting, the energy of different trees. Like really, really different. There was kind of a hushed, it's like a, oh, this is, you know, like you're walking into the library. So, yeah, there's limes when they're sort of younger, or the leaves are hanging down. They look a bit like hazel leaves, a bit, until you know you get closer and you can see, because they both got a point on. They're sort of rounded, oval with a point at the end. Oh look! Do you know what? When I was looking at a map last night, I thought, maybe I could go along this bit. And I thought, no, it doesn't really lead anywhere. And you don't know, you know, you don't know what's about there. But here we are. Here's one of them weeds that takes over. Snowberry. But it's a bit in the sunlight and along a flat bit, so I don't mind too much. Oh, euphorbia. All through there. And this is reminding me of other places. Oh, it's not beach. I thought it was beach. What is it? Oh, that is. Oh, look. Views through into the fields. Oh yeah, this is, some of this is beach. There's some oaks, nice and young. Oh, that smell of autumn. Oh my god. Ah. Sorry that you can't smell it. So as well as being your eyes, I shall be your nose. As well as being your eyes and your legs, I shall be your nose. This is why I get so wiped out after I've been for walks, because I want to go down every path. I know this is a bit sparse, but actually, if they were to... No, see, I think what's happened here is they let these grow too much before they thinned them out. And now we don't really have... They're not really... Oh, there's some growth on that one at the lower down. Well, maybe they will increase. Oh, there's the aerial. Where am I? Oh, right. So you will have seen that on another walk, that aerial mast. Aha. Oh, so that's where we are. Right, yeah, of course we are. Told you. It's really strange. If you have any strong kind of sagginess, then those kind of things but also I like to be lost where I am, because this is only a small country, and if you can forget where you are, it's a really good trick. Because, like, you know, in America you've got vast areas of emptiness, you know, vast areas of countryside. It's like Australia, I suppose. Vast areas. I mean, I know some of it's difficult to be in. Look at that knobbly knobbles. Right, let's just go to this ridge, shall we?